Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about a few flashlights that have come through in no particular order. I have the, I'm not even sure the brand, SZFEIC, that brand, KE11 flashlight. I think it's on Amazon. I'll link it down below if you're interested, but it's a little keychain light. It's a little big for my keys. I wouldn't want this on my keys per se, but it is pretty cool. And it has a few modes, so you just hold down and it'll turn on. And you get this high 260 lumen output, dual LEDs up there, and then you tap and it will get dimmer. And there's 4 modes, and that's it. Here's the little sort of moonlighty mode. And there's the bright mode again. And then you hold down again and it turns off. Very simple. Your battery check, you just tap and you see that green light. Solid green means you're between 70 and 100. Blinking red means, solid red means you're between 30 and 70. And then if it's blinking red, it's between 0 and 30. So that's how the battery check works. You get a little key ring with it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The KE11. You have a little USB-C charging port over here. So check it out. Next, we have the Woobin T4. So this one took me a little bit to figure out. It has a nut up here that you can unscrew. And that is where you charge your USB-C right there. These are like $56 on Woobin's website. I'll put a link down below. I also have a discount code, I think 20% off at Woobin. It'll all be in the description. You have a really nice Osram LED with a smooth reflector. It's got good throw. And it has 3 modes. Now, mine, I think, is messed up. It has this little arrow here that tells you if you're in duty mode, lockout, or tack mode. And I'll show you how that works in a second. I have it set up on duty mode currently. It is a 18350 1100 mAh battery from Woobin. And the way you adjust it is right here. You pull this down, it's on a spring, and then you rotate to the one you want. Now, when I'm on tack mode, you'll see it actually functions as lockout for whatever reason. And then lockout mode functions as tactical mode. So you get a full power blast with a half press. This is a reverse clicky. And you can see it's got good throw. It's got a good hot spot, nice spill. I actually really like the beam on this. And then a tap takes you to strobe. So you have a press and a tap. And then duty mode, which is my favorite mode. Gives you a half press for turbo again. And then full click, you go to turbo. And then reverse clicky taps. And you go to medium and low. This is low. And there is turbo. There you go. So it does have this little circle in the middle. It's a TIR, or no, it's not. It's a reflector. I don't know what that is, but you can see it showing up there. Let me just clean it. Just to be safe, make sure that's not me. So you don't see it here, but when you get close, you can see that. Well, you can't, but I can. There's like a circle in the middle of the hot spot. Interesting. I don't know what it is, but not a big deal. Here's like a moonlight mode. And then you have bright and you have medium, or high and medium. But you can see the beam here. Pretty nice. I like it quite a bit. So that's how it functions. And then you have a ring that comes with it and a clip. So your choice, you can put on this pocket clip. And thank goodness it's easy to remove. It just comes off. You could put that on, or, see, I accidentally just changed it to tack mode or lockout. Well, lockout is tack mode in this case. So you put this on, and then you put this on, line everything up, tighten it down. And now you have a brass knuckles essentially attached to it with a tungsten skull crusher / glass breaker. And yeah, that thing would do some damage. And then you still have your switch here. So you'd probably want to use tactical mode if you were doing this, but yeah. Still works really well. And you have that ring there as well. Works right-handed. You can put it the other way, but it's kind of weird the other way. And I think it still works as a clip. Like this. So it has a crenulated bezel, and these have sharp edges. So tactical flashlight from Woobin. Let me know what you guys think on this one. I'll put the link down below. The next one is from Nightore, and this is their EDC 25. When they sent this to me, I thought it was going to be like the 33 and the 35, the round ones with the lumen shield, but I wasn't thinking. It's like the EDC 27, just a little shorter, EDC 25. It's got their U-High LED, so that's their own proprietary LED. And this one's a little different. So I opened this on a live stream and stupidly couldn't figure out how to use it. The instructions are literally printed on it. That's how dumb I am. So max discharge, 10 amps, max charge current, 1.7 amp, 3.7 volt, 1700 milliamp hour, 6.29 watt hour. So all that, basically, it's kind of like an 18500 battery in terms of performance. And then it has this slender design like the Arcfeld and whatnot, but it's meant to be used like this versus like this. You have a battery indicator on the left and a lumen indicator or setting indicator on the right. So the way you turn it on is you give it a full press. That's what I couldn't figure out on the live stream. I couldn't turn it off. I kept going like this. Like, how do you turn this thing off? Well, you have to click on that, and then it turns off. Doesn't do anything until you turn it on, and then do that. Makes sense? To lock it, you hold this down. I think, oh, actually, you double press. And hold. Right? What am I doing wrong now? Turn it off, and then hold. Okay, let's read again. Short press, then long press. So, there we go, I locked it. But I think I only did the single lock. So now you can still use this button for a turbo blast, basically. And I think you can change that to a strobe instead. But you can't use this at all. So to unlock it, you do half press, then full press. And now it's unlocked. To do a full lockout, you hold this. I keep doing it. There we go. And hold it, and you see how it blinked once, then blinked twice? So now it's a full lockout. Can't do anything. To unlock, do a half press, then a full press, wait for that to dial up, boom, you're good to go. And once you're on, you have these 4 modes. 1, 2, 3, 4, indicated here. And this goes up to, I think, 1,000 lumens. And then if you hold this, you get that 3,000 lumen burst. Now that's kind of your turbo that will only last for like 30 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that, and it'll dial down. It is extremely bright. It's very hot as well. I think there is a sensor. Nope. I see something up there. See that? Looks like there's a sensor, but maybe it only works. Is it cutting out or no? I don't want to burn myself. It's like really bright. You can smell it. Yeah. But I do think it has some kind of sensor there. I do have the box, so I could check. Power button, customizable button, level indicators, power indicators, pocket clip, USB charging port. Doesn't say anything about a sensor. Strobe ready. Yeah, I was wondering why there wasn't a strobe on it. Yeah, I see no mention of a sensor, so I could be wrong there. And you can change it over to a strobe mode. It's in the instructions. There's a certain way you tap and whatever, and you'll get into strobe mode. You'll get into like program mode, and you can change it. I don't need a strobe. I just like the original EDC 27 where you did a half press and you got like a turbo, and then you clicked and you got a full strobe. This one doesn't have that functionality. This button is just one click. There's no half and full on this one. This has a half and a full click. So I don't know if it always did. Maybe they switched them or something. The whole thing is smoking hot right now, just from what I did. That was maybe 10 seconds of having it on turbo. So just keep in mind, it's going to get hot. And you only need to use that in short bursts, obviously, to get an attacker away or see something you have to see at 3000 lumens. Normally, you would just use this as your brightest mode with 1000 lumens or whatever. So that's the EDC 25. I actually really like this one. Very cool flashlight from Nightore. I'll link what I can down below. I actually have a link to Nightore now. So I will put that link in the description as well. And I should probably lock this out because my toddler will absolutely destroy this thing. She's not a toddler anymore. She's 3, but almost 4. I keep that light press to full click is difficult for me. I feel like, yeah, you can just kind of walk through it. So instead of trying to do tap and then hold, just do tap and then go through. Does that make sense? Like instead of doing tap and then click all the way, just do that. You just kind of cycle through it. Oh no, it's not unlocking for that. Yeah, it made me do the full thing. I don't get it. So yeah, you got to do so you want like that. See, now it doesn't work. It's difficult. So I don't get it. It literally says short press, then long press. Okay, what's different about that? Short, long. I think it's just glitchy or something. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That's that one. And the last one, I showed you this before, is the Sofrin IF24. And this one has a bunch of different modes. This one's like a really good all-around flashlight to have in your car or truck or something. Magnet on the back, 18650 in the tailpipe here. 3000 milliamp hours. Plenty of juice for you. And then you have a toggle up here. So right now I have it on lock. And then you can go up here and you have your regular sort of throwy light up here. Sort of a TIR setup. And let's see, hold to cycle. And you have those different modes, right? Guess there's not a, oh, there is a strobe. Look at that. So that's how that works. Then you cycle to this and you get colors on here. And you can tap to turn on and off, hold to cycle, and now it's going to change. You hold it, and it'll go through all the different colors. And you can let go wherever you want, and now that's your color. Make sense? And then I think you double tap, and you get flashing, you get cop lights, you get solid, multicolor changing, goes through all of them. You get ribbon. You get fireworks. And then you're back to solid. No, this is the breathing one. It's like breathing. And then a flashing. Yeah, and then we're back. Okay. So that's that. And then you have another mode, which is your sort of like photography light mode. And you can adjust this as well. Low, medium, high, and super bright. So it has all that functionality built into this one light. You can also use the USB-C port and charge your phone or whatever you want off of this. You can use it as a power bank. So it has a ton of functionality built in, and they're very affordable. I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but they're like $40. So I will link this on, I believe, Amazon. If they give me a link, I'll use that, whatever. I can't ever remember. Sometimes they want me to use a specific one, but I'll put a link down below, and you guys can check it out if you're interested. So there you go. There's 4 flashlights. The Sofrin IF24, the KE11, the Nightore EDC25, and the Woobin T4. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, which one you would take if you could, or if you have, or which one you're going to buy, or whatever. They're all pretty much in the same range. I think this one might be a little more expensive than the other ones, but they're all around that $50 range, and I think this one might be a little more than that, but very cool. I love you guys. Thanks for checking out the video, and hope you have a great day. Peace.